Hey, to whoever is taking the time to listen to this is just a story, something more than just a story, something I want to do to let the heavy weight in my heart out by telling it out how I feel and what I'm going through since quite amount of time. It's between me and my girlfriend, who's my ex presently, who I love, love a lot. I really love her, and just keeping things in my heart is tough. So, just want to let things out. So, I'd go from the start, from the day we met, and here in the story, I won't be referring anyone's real name, so it's all just imaginative names, but the people are real. Anyway, this is how we met at the start. So, me and Jin is the girl, my girlfriend, who's my ex right now. So Jin and me studied in junior high together for just a year. She was in the same school as me. So I was new to the school and she was already studying over there. And when I came in after the year we studied together, she decided to change the school, and then I studied in the same school. And during the period of me and Jin staying in the same place and studying in the same place, we didn't even have any contact, nor did we speak, nor did we, like hang out or even be friends. So we just knew we existed. We were just like normal students who didn't talk to each other. So after years passed by and I stayed in the same school and she planned to change. After years passed by, I got to graduate from my high school. And then the meet happened when my friend I had invited her for my graduation, and her name is Stephanie, and Stephanie was also studying in the same school as Jin. So Stephanie had brought Jin with her because Stephanie and Jin planned to have a sleepover at Stephanie's. So, and then they both sat in the audience and we were graduating, so we had the event and ceremony. So I saw them and I was like wondering, who's the other girl sitting next to Stephanie? Because it had been years and I couldn't even recognize Jin. Because that's how she changed, that's how the changes were. Like, you couldn't even recognize. She had become prettier, more ladylike, and wow, she was amazing. So, but the first thought in my head was just like, oh, who's the pretty girl sitting next to her? So when we finished the ceremony and everything, we started speaking, and Stephanie introduced me to Jin, and me and Jin had an awkward handshake, saying hi, and that's about it. How our first meet was, and then we all friends planned to go to grab some lunch. So when we went there, I picked up a few friends in my car, and there was another guy who was my classmate, and his name is Sebastian. So we were in the front seats, and other friends were sitting at the back, and so we drove to the lunch place. And then we all had food, and Jin was there, Stephanie was there, and all the other friends, and so we planned to have a drink because we all graduated, and we were like, yay, and all those happy stuff. So after a while, I happened to sit next to Jin. And Jin and me, we were like talking pretty nice and pretty sweet conversations. And then I asked her, like, do you remember me? And she was like, not really, because I'm so sorry if I am being rude, but I'm so sorry I couldn't recognize you because it's been like few years, and I'm so sorry because I wasn't very social with everyone. I had my own particular back of friends. I was like, yes, I understand. I do know because you and I couldn't recognize you at the start. And of course, I know we didn't even speak at school. So after that, my other friend who I came with to the lunch place, Sebastian, he found her hot and pretty, and he was like trying to be flirtatious, and he was trying to hit on her and everything. I was like, yeah, it's okay, you can go on hit on her, because that was, I didn't like have my personal interest on that, nor I got the interest on that day or like on the time. So he was trying on her, and then people started drinking, and it was pretty nice. Then again, me and Jen started talking, and I saw this pretty bracelet in her hand. I asked her, hey, that's really pretty. I really like it. And the thing, what she told me was like surprising for me. She was like, oh, you like it? Then have it. Take it. I was like, are you sure? Because I really liked it, but I didn't mean to like take it from her. And when I said, are you sure? She just like removed it and gave it to me. I was like, wow, that's really sweet, but thank you. And I told her that I will give it back to you soon. She was like, yeah, sure, but you can keep it however long you want. So I kept it and I wore it in my hands. It was a cute bracelet. And after a few drinks, and we as friends, and we all planned to go to one of my other friends, a shisha bar. So we went to his place, the shisha bar, and we were like, people were like pretty tipsy, and they wanted to do shisha, and they were all doing shisha. And me and Jin got to sit together because Stephanie and another guy were like chilling together. And me and Jin, we spoke. It was pretty nice, and it was awkward. It was awkward because she got to see her old friends or old classmates being a bit tipsy on our first meet, and I was like telling, like how things were, and how school was, and she was still explaining me about her school. And I didn't drink that day. I didn't drink much that day because I had to drive. So after the meet in the shisha bar, I offered them to take them back home because Jen was planning to stay over at Stephanie's, and Stephanie's place is really close by to my house. So me, Sebastian, Jen, and Stephanie, we sat in the car, and I started driving to Stephanie's place. So when the destination arrived, we had to say our goodbyes to them. So Sebastian gave them hugs, and he was like, hey, let's do the French way, like the French kiss goodbyes on the cheeks. And I was like, looking at him, just him being funny, because he was a bit tipsy after he had some drinks. And I said my goodbyes, and I gave Stephanie a hug, and I said bye, and I hugged Jin. When I hugged Jin, wow, that feeling, I can still feel it. It was like, just wow. That few seconds of hug was like, wow, and I don't know why. I had a spark, and I was like, okay. And then I just like sat in the car. And then when I sat in the front seat to drive, but I don't know, I voluntarily got out of the car and like went back to her, and I was like, hey, can I hug you again? And she was like, sure. And we hugged again, and I was like, wow. I know it sounds weird, but wow, that feeling, I don't know why. Involuntarily, I really wanted to hug her again. I went, hugged her, and she was like, yeah, it's okay. I was like, I'll text you soon. And she was like, yeah, I'll be waiting for you. And then we said goodbye, and we just went back home. So me and Sebastian was staying over at my place. So we went back home, and a few other friends were also there. So we went back home, and then I started texting her at the night, and things started, like we started talking or text, and that's how things started. That's how we met for the first time. Yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you because there's someone to listen, or I'm just here telling my things out so that I can feel more free and tell you the journey of what I'm going through these days. Soon we'll see you in the next video, I believe. Thank you.